you ever wondered how you can end the championship phase of cuffing season on a high note? Well, we're going to talk about it today on the Priest's Guide to Intimacy.
Right there.
Intimacy.
Yeah.
What's up, people? Welcome back.
Do it through a text message. You can do it through an email. And
what is consent even?
Ready to go. Okay. Hey. Okay. Hey.
Welcome back to the Priest's Guide to Intimacy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amanda, and today I have two very special guests with me. So I have KB and Basic from the Words of KB podcast. So tell the audience a little bit about yourselves and what you do.
I'm KB, host of Words of KB podcast, where it's a web show and a podcast where we talk about the modern day black male.
Anything to add, Basic?
No, I'm Basic Logic, Basic for short. I kind of am the debater on the show. So
You're a traditional black male.
I keep the energy flowing.
Very true. I've been there. Okay. All right. So, guys, today we are in the midst of cuffing season right now. As we know, there are various phases, and they go by very, very quickly.
Okay.
So, and when we get to February, that's like championship round.
Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, right? So before we even talk about getting to that point, like, what are your thoughts about cuffing season and the culture around it? Like, how do you feel about it?
So, I can't even remember when cuffing season started. Like,
Yeah.
I know it wasn't there when I was growing up. But
Right.
when I became an adult, it was an official thing, you know. And when it got cold, you're thinking like, oh, I should be with somebody. Right, and your action changed a little bit when you get towards a cuffing season.
Right.
But I like it. I mean, I think it reiterates, companionship and actually being with somebody. I like it.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts?
I actually think cuffing season is a lot shorter. I really feel like it's from maybe Labor Day to right before Thanksgiving. Probably a little bit Thanksgiving maybe, because you don't want to really push it past the holidays, like to Christmas, and definitely not to Valentine's Day unless you're serious. Because if you make it through all those holidays, like you trapped, like you with that person for might be forever.
Okay, so you have a trap mentality.
Okay, trapped. Well, we actually have a video about that on this channel, about like cuffing season through the holidays and all that stuff, and we actually have a guide to cuffing season. And one of the rules is that you don't take your cuff to holiday dinners. Wow. You don't do that unless it's getting serious. If it ain't getting serious, they don't come. You don't even tell your grandma and your papa about them. Just let that go.
Okay.
So when we talk about dating for keeps during cuffing season, so say if you cuff somebody that you really like, and you're like, okay, like this might be the one, right? And you're thinking, okay, this is gonna last past the weather being cold. Like, we might go to spring break together, go on summer vacation together. Like, what are some things and steps that you need to take to ensure like that becomes or grows into like a real relationship?
Okay, first thing I would say, I'm thinking that you need to have some type of exit strategy if you have multiple people that you're dating, right? So you can't go into trying to get serious with someone if you still have your stragglers along. And a lot of guys tend to keep their stragglers like backup plans. Like, if it doesn't work out, I mean, it's logical. You want to make sure you're covered, so you keep your backups there. But I think the most important thing, first step, have an exit strategy for those people.
Okay.
Clear understanding where we are. I'm going in this direction. You should probably explore other options.
Okay. I mean, that's honest. That is very honest. What do you think, Basic?
What you saying?
Yeah, I'm. That's a little straight to the point there. But anybody who knows KB knows it. That's kind of how he kicks it. I really feel like kind of similar, but maybe you should even see him if you really want to even spend time with that person. Because a lot of times everybody has those starting fives that they use with, I think the best kept secret is that I feel like a lot of the ladies, y'all always keep a roster. Yes. What y'all got to do to be like, hey, this the one to know about the cars, this the one that
Tech guy.
gives good advice. This is the one that, maybe the eye candy. Y'all have multiple different, and I feel like as guys, we're kind of more sloppy with ours, and we end up getting caught up, but you really have to see if you want to spend time with that person. If all y'all do is, if that's only the late night tip, you can't take her into the holidays, and because you don't even want to spend time with her. And likewise for the guys too. If you only want to chill with him only because he's a good cook or whatever, that's not somebody you need to take over into. I feel like real cuffing season is through the holidays.
Okay, so to me, for both of y'all, it sounds like you're like, make sure you want to be serious with this person, and if you are, you gotta make sure you cut the roster off, right? And you, it's like you need to spend time together outside of Netflix and chill. So maybe y'all need to go on a real date. No, yeah.
Yeah, well, the Netflix and chill thing, I think I never really got to really experience that, because when it was really big, I was kind of really out of.
You talking about Netflix?
Netflix.
You always did Netflix and chill.
No, I didn't have Netflix.
Bro, it wasn't Netflix. It was Pop In Friday or Pop In a movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Pop In a movie.
It was
Pop In a movie.
Yeah, it was DVD and chill.
That's
like,
what it was.
Yeah, I didn't have. By the time I could afford Netflix, I was like already in a serious relationship. So
Netflix and chill always existed. I mean, in the '60s, it was drive-in movie. Let's go to a drive-in movie. They ain't watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? They got the windows rolled up. Everything foggy, that's what it was. So
now a lot of y'all know how y'all got here.
Exactly.
I was playing.
Okay.
They could have planned it with a drive-in. You know. But what y'all saying is like, okay, if you really like, you have to be serious and intentional.
I think that's important.
Okay, so let's talk about intentionality. So what does that look like when you're dating for keeps?
You want to start with this one, man?
You kind of have to explain that word to me because there's like different stages. Like, because I hear a lot of times where people be like, "We're talking," and I feel like you can talk to a multitude of people, but some people feel like, okay, if we're talking, you should only be talking to me. Like, no, if we talking.
Right.
I should be able to talk to who I want to, have my options. Now, once we get exclusive, then it's like more serious. But if we're talking, I'm talking to you, talking to this one, may talk to your friend. Like, it's talking.
All right. So you swagging like that? Okay. Well, when I hear intentional, that was the base that I got there. I think, purpose. And purpose is such a grand word. It's not, and people and a lot of women come to me and like, they're like, you don't have any purpose, and I'm like, that's a big word to me, right? So I'm like, people go their whole lives and don't figure out their purpose, but I'm supposed to know this like this. You 21, 22, 28, you supposed to know your purpose like that? That's crazy to me. So, and it's hard for you to be intentional if you don't have purpose, so that's where I see where a lot of guys struggle with, come into something purposeful and intentional because they just don't know. They're still trying to figure out their lives. But men, we don't get the opportunity to explore ourselves and figure it out. We get labeled a hoe or we get labeled this because we're trying to figure ourselves out.
Who, guys?
Y'all
Yeah.
get labeled hoes?
I mean, they don't call us hoes, but they like, you a dog, you this. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Living my best life. Like, I think we talked about that a little bit on the pod.
Where's the KB podcast?
With Amy.
Yes.
She has an episode on here too. Make sure you check that out. But yeah, with Amy. But I think that's a good point. So like, it's like, okay, I want to chill with somebody. It's getting cold outside. People don't like to be out and about when it gets chilly. So it's kind of like, I don't really know where I want this to go. I'm just chilling. So I don't it's kind of like I don't know the purpose of this relationship.
Right.
So I guess it's really important to communicate with whoever is on your cupping roster.
And that's where men struggle at communicating.
Yeah, communicate about with the people on your cupping roster about your intentions, right? So, okay, what if you're dating somebody or talking to somebody prior to cupping season? How does that play out?
They can transition into cupping season for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If it's going well, why not transition them into cupping season and keep it going? You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, but you know, if you are thinking about other people, then that's probably not the one. So.
Okay, so this right here, I think this is drafting time. Yeah, it's drafting time. Is this drafting time?
Draft season.
This drafting season.
What's it called?
Right here.
You pick the...
No, it's not drafting season. We got people in the background trying to figure it out.
That's called a draft. Like
the draft, right?
Yeah, I think it's...
I don't know about drafting season. That's new.
I think this is the drafting phase of the season. Come
Right
on,
now?
background. Come on.
I don't know. He says, I don't know.
Because there are different phases to cupping season.
For sure.
Right? So you got preseason, have the draft, preseason is...
No, so scouting is first.
Right now it's the tryouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So scouting and trials, that's about the same thing, right?
I think the draft is a little bit later. I think you're skipping some steps.
Give us the sports perspective here.
So
what happens in sports, I guess?
1 second. Thanks, Megan.
Oh, she got the script.
Yeah, we posted about this on our Instagram page.
Oh, that's right. I saw this.
Right.
post.
So, right now we are in tryouts. Okay. So we have scouting, drafting, tryouts. So we are about to go into the preseason next week. Okay. Wow. So cupping season officially starts in December.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's way later than I thought.
That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, cupping season officially starts in December. So between December and February, if you are playing for keeps, like, okay, I think I really want to date this person exclusively. What does that look like between December and Valentine's Day? Because Valentine's Day is considered to be the championship.
In a perfect world.
Yes, in a perfect world.
You know, there would be communication where you say, hey, you know, I've enjoyed the past couple of months we spent together, and you know, I would like if we take this to another level and be exclusive with each other. It's in a perfect world. You know what I mean? But I think in the real world, it's more so you kind of just do all of those tasks where you're taking, you know, eliminating the rest of your players, and you're just hanging out with that person. But I don't think that conversation happens. It's just like, if I hang with you on Valentine's Day, then you the one.
So, and the rest of your roster sees that picture, and they are now informed as well.
I mean, perfect world versus how it happened. Yeah. What do you think, man?
That's always the rough time. You get some mad because folks creep, especially with social media. You're not able to really hide stuff as much anymore. So people know if y'all take that picture, you know, and it's posted on social media, if they see y'all together during Thanksgiving, things such as that nature, then it's kind of a wrap for the rest of your roster.
Or even so, you just see that picture of the plate, because girls take the picture of the plate now. You don't really see a picture of them together. You just see a picture of a plate in a fancy restaurant, and you not there.
And you know you're not there.
You're not the one.
Yeah. Or and a lot of times, like, cause this new thing now was with ghosting, cause we didn't really use that. You know, it's still kind of a new term to me, but I think everybody's been ghosted before. But you know, when it happens to you, I think you got to add that into there too. Like after preseason draft and then tryouts, and then
people just start to trickle off.
The ghosting season is like between like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
If you
don't hear from them by then,
you don't get no call.
You off the roster.
Happy Thanksgiving. We remember those, like, you know, you send everybody that message in your phone, hey, happy.
No, they get the same message you sent everybody in your phone. The script.
The group.
The group one. That's when you know you not
Well, you put their
February
name in
won't
it.
be your month.
Nah, the group don't got the name in it. It's just Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your holidays
Yeah.
or something.
Versus like a personal one that's like, hey, I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. Can't wait to see you when you return. How'd your grandma?
Can you only send that to one person?
And all that. Da, da, da.
You can send that to multiple.
Yeah,
I mean-
all you
Ain't
do
no
is
name
copy.
in there.
Yeah, you copy and paste. Like that button was
I
glorious.
don't know what they doing.
If my name wasn't in there, I know it wasn't real.
Well, I'm not
Copy-
asking everybody about their grandma.
Yeah, you copy
And
and
they
paste,
mama.
and you put it on there, and you see who gives you more conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe men just operate a little different.
Be more efficient.
Are y'all?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
just said y'all don't communicate, so how's that more efficient?
We
Well,
do
we're-
communicate, not verbally.
We're more efficient, but we're not as.
So we're gonna
purposeful.
bring them back for another episode
Let's do
about
that.
communication. So, any lasting tips for like planning for keeps, like to date somebody for cuffing season? Any more tips around that?
My last tip would be just have a plan. You know what I mean? I spoke about purpose, but have a plan. Like before you go on a date with that guy or that girl, ask yourself, what do you want out of this date? You
Or
know,
that person.
Yeah, that person. Like that will set up your conversation for the date, and it'll kind of help you realign after the date. Like, oh, did I get what I wanted out of this date? You know what I'm saying? So that's plan, have a purpose. That's it.
Okay. Basic.
Yeah, basically the same thing. You do have to have in your head like, okay, is this person someone who I can, like I've stated before, if you can't spend no time with them, you shouldn't want to be around them. Like if you only want them for one thing, like I've stated before, then it's probably not the one for you.
Okay, and there you have it. So, any last words, guys? Let the people know where to find you on Instagram or any other social media, and let them know what's coming up.
Right, we're everywhere. Words of KB podcast. You can also catch the live shows every week around 9, 7. We're still working on the time.
What day
Huh?
of the week?
All right, so she went to the day. Right now we're going between Sunday and Tuesdays. You know what I mean? That's why I ain't mentioned no date, but hey, see, she caught the communication right there. But you know what I'm saying? We out here. Season 2 launched 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we got the coming out episode, part 1 and part 2. Look out for that on our timeline.
But also next week, check out Speed Dating Online
Oh, yeah.
with me and KB. I will link it down. Well, I guess I can't link it down here because it's next week, but the link will be on my Instagram channel. And if you want to work with me, be on the lookout with that for personal one-on-one coaching. So I will see you next time here on Prue's Guide to Intimacy. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. See ya.